The Silent Village. Lan was a journalist who thrived on unusual stories. Unlike her colleagues who covered politics or economics, she hunted mysteries, folktales, urban legends, whispers of the uncanny. That was why, when she heard of a village in the Central Highlands that had vanished from maps, she packed her recorder and camera without hesitation. The story went like this. 40 years ago, a whole community disappeared overnight. Families, livestock, even belongings were gone. Some said they fled the war. Others claimed the village had been cursed, swallowed whole by the forest. The only hint was that travelers sometimes reported seeing flickering lanterns deep among the trees where no paths existed. Lan set out at dawn. The road was narrow, the asphalt giving way to dirt tracks. She passed coffee plantations, then thick groves of pine. Locals she interviewed along the way grew silent when she mentioned the name of the vanished place. One old woman only muttered, "Don't go after dark. The village still waits for visitors, and once it welcomes you, you can't leave." By late afternoon, Lan reached the supposed location. The sun slanted low, staining the forest gold. She found remnants of stone foundations hidden beneath weeds, moss-covered wells, a crumbling gate arch that led nowhere. Her pulse quickened with the thrill of discovery. Then she heard it, a faint bell, the kind used to call villagers to gathering. She followed the sound. The forest thickened, swallowing light. Yet ahead, lanterns glowed faintly, strung between leaning bamboo poles. She stepped through, and her breath caught. The village wasn't gone. Wooden houses lined a dirt street. Smoke curled from chimneys. She smelled rice cooking. Children's laughter echoed faintly. But everything shimmered, as though viewed through rippling water. A woman in a simple "Ow, Baba" stepped out of a house and smiled at her. "You've come," she said, voice melodic but oddly hollow. "We've been waiting." Lan froze. What is this place?" "Our home," the woman replied gently. "You are safe here." Lan raised her camera and snapped a photo. The digital screen showed nothing, just an empty stretch of dark forest. Her stomach dropped. Villagers began emerging one by one. Old men with walking sticks, children clutching woven toys, mothers carrying babies. They smiled, but their eyes reflected no light. "You shouldn't stay long," Lan whispered to herself, backing away. But when she turned, the lantern-lit path had vanished. The forest pressed close, endless. The villagers encircled her slowly, not hostile, but insistent. "Eat with us," a man urged. "Rest. Once you share our meal, you'll never feel hunger again." Lan shook her head. Her hands trembled as she clutched the recorder. She pressed record. Their voices came through faintly, layered, distorted, as though dozens spoke over one another. When she replayed it, the words were nothing but static. Night fell abruptly, as if someone had pulled down a curtain. The sky vanished behind a black void. The lanterns were the only light left, swaying though there was no wind. Lan found herself guided, or pushed, into the largest house. Inside, mats were laid out, bowls steaming with food that smelled rich and intoxicating. She forced herself to focus. If this is real, I need evidence. She lifted the camera again. The photo showed a banquet table, yes, but the bowls overflowed with ash. The mats were covered in bones, and at the head of the table sat a figure with no face, only shifting darkness where features should be. The recorder slipped from her hand. The faceless figure rose. Its presence filled the room, towering though its body barely moved. "Stay," it whispered, though no mouth moved. "Join us." Lan bolted. She shoved past the smiling villagers, their arms reaching but not grasping. Outside, the street stretched endlessly, looping back on itself no matter which way she ran. The lanterns blurred, spinning like fireflies trapped in a jar. She stumbled, fell to her knees. When she looked up, the faceless figure stood before her again. Closer now. Its form wavered like smoke. "You came looking for a story," it said. "Now you are part of ours." Lan screamed, but the sound vanished before it left her throat. The villagers leaned in, whispering, their voices blending into one. "Welcome home." Weeks later, a group of hikers found Lan's abandoned motorbike at the edge of the forest. Her bag lay nearby, recorder inside. When they played it, the tape was filled with faint static, and beneath it, if one listened closely, was the sound of children laughing. And a woman's voice, repeating softly, "We've been waiting." The silent village had claimed another,